everyone, it's Fisaya here, and today we're going to be reviewing another edition of the Christian Women Mirror, and it's a very special one, which is the Heroes and Heroines. So let's get started. We are going to be talking about heroes and heroines. So who are the heroes and who are the heroines? Let's find out together. The heroes, obviously, boys, men, and then the heroines are the women, the female gender, the girls. And so today, as usual, from the foreword of the pastor, the main, the owner of the ministry, is talking about how children are created for God's purpose. So, you know, when we have children, we always think, oh, how am I going to, what is your purpose? Why were you born? So we can only find the purpose in Christ, and it's just saying to us that children are created for God's purpose. We shouldn't look down on them. We shouldn't look, gone are the days of you should be seen and not heard. But these days, children are even taught in schools to have opinions, because actually, let's think about it, they've got feelings like us. They've got, they think as well. They have their own deep moment when they think about things, and when they question, they have questions within themselves. So we are to be there as parents, as helpers, as guardians, to be able to guide them. It doesn't matter, the type of children that come across your way. It could be your biological children, it could be your adopted children, it could be children that you've adopted by yourself. It could be your, there's so many ways we could have children. You might even be your mentees, as an adult. So we shouldn't look down on them. We should see them as who God has, ordained them to be. We should think about them, that how God has made them is formed them in his image. And the first bit is talking about raising heroes and heroines. Now, when you want to raise a child, it's different from when you're raising heroes and heroines, because at this point we are seeing our children as being special, and we are seeing them as heroes and heroines because they are actually special. So if you see your child as a hero, it doesn't mean a Spider-Man or a Superman or a Superwoman that they've been taught in schools, comics and all of those things. We are actually raising godly heroes and heroines, and it takes guts to raise heroes, because we are actually, sending them out when they go out to the world, in their schools, wherever they find themselves. We are actually sending them out as God's generals. So you have to take special care when you are looking after heroes and heroines. You need to think, and at a very early age, what are their purpose, and what are the things God has actually, determined for them to be in life. You need to also think about how you, as a parent, as an adult, as a guardian, you can leave them true legacies, godly principles, which are not only, abide by, but they also, because they are so strong, these legacies are just so strong. There are some names that we come across these days that when we hear those names, we can link them. Like names of maybe famous people, names of celebrities. We can name them, and some of these, names that are being passed on to their children, some of these children actually preserve the names. So they still add the names, even though they are married, they've moved on, they still add the surnames or the names of their fathers to their own names, because obviously the fathers or their mothers have left them a legacy. So we should be able to leave our children legacies to the point of them being able to pass it on to their own children, to generations and generations and generations down the line. So we should also think about how we are going to impact them academically, spiritually, mentally, and financially. Sometimes we leave some aspect, we focus more on maybe education, we leave the financial aspect, or we focus on the spiritual, we leave the mental aspect. And some of the children are worried, they have questions, they are just anxiety filled, and we are not there. No, because we are raising heroes and heroines, we've got to be rounded. We've got to give them the best. What God has ordained them to do, we've got to give them. So this magazine is just encouraging you how you can do that, because when you see your child, you see that child in the image that God has actually, proposed that child to be. What are the process that we need? Like I said, we are raising heroes and heroines. That's the way I see my children, and I'm sure that's the way you see your children. So, and even grandchildren. So don't think, oh, I've got my children are old, they've left the house. Your grandchildren, your neighbors' children, your mentees, maybe some people that have even adopted you as their parents. Some of them tell you, some of them don't tell you. So look at for all these children around you and how you can pass on, good heritage, good legacies for them. You need God, definitely. That is the key number one thing. You also need to teach them. You have to be diligent in teaching them. You have to live an exemplary life. Some people say, oh, do as I say, but don't do as I do. That is not going to work if you're raising heroes and heroines. You have to be there for them. You have to show them love and friendship. You need time. The children see love as time. They see that the time you spend with them is the love you have for them. And that is why time is very, very important. Most of us are still locked down. We're still, in our homes. This is a very good opportunity for us to look out for good, rich, quality time with our children. We also need patience. Patience. I cannot emphasize it enough. You just need bouts and bouts of patience. And most importantly, you need prayers. Never give up on any child. Never give up. Now, the next bit is talking about reasons for rebellion. Some of us, we've tried, we've done our best, we've done everything we could, and this child is just not yielding. Why? Think within yourself, why is the child rebelling? Why is he not yielding? Why is he not listening? What is the problem? Sometimes when you pray and you hold this person up in prayers, God somehow reveals to you, or when you have a chat with the child, perhaps the way we talk to the child doesn't like it. Perhaps the way we interact, or perhaps there are some things why the child is behaving or reacting the way the child is. So we need to find out why the child is rebelling. And one of the reasons might be late child training. We are just so busy, trying to get money, trying to get material things, trying to, be able to be relevant. I've got a career. I'm a career woman. I'm a career man. I just want to go all out and get the money. And your children are there. You've left them from morning till night, from breakfast club to school to after school club. And from after school club, you have a nanny with them. They don't see you by the time you come back from work. They've slept and you're out in the morning before they wake up. You need to calm down. You just need to spend time with your children. So, but it's not too late now. Don't beat yourself up and say, oh, wow, I've left it too late. I'm just going to throw in the towel. No, don't do that, please. You can still start. Don't give up. So find out why they're rebelling. It might be, like I said earlier on, late child training, or maybe failure to live an exemplary life. You're doing something else and you're saying something else. It just doesn't rhyme. It doesn't blend. Your children are really looking. They are seeing, like a song says sometimes ago I've heard. It says, your life is a book before their eyes. They're just reading you. They don't, sometimes when you sit down and read to them, they are not paying attention. They want to see you live out the life that you profess to have. So another thing is favoritism. Now, if you have a favorite child, I don't think it's a very good idea, because the child they will always send that child to you. The other children will always send that particular child to you to get you, because they know that child is your favorite. So think about it. If you have a favorite child, it's not a very good idea. You need to pray about it and gradually let go of your favorite child. Make all your children your favorite children, and they'll be glad you did. Now, overconfidence, you might say, oh, I've got this, I've got the right qualification, I could speak the right language, I could, I have the money to buy whatever they want, and then I shouldn't worry about any other thing. No, you need to rely on God. You need God to help you to be able to teach your child, train your child, and you'll be grateful to that you did. Now, we need to also pray, talk to them, spend time with them, and most importantly, for rebellious children, you need to be hopeful. You need to put your mind on God and, just be hopeful that all will be well. Now, in the middle bit, we have, hello, child, listen. Listen. Why do you need to listen? You need to listen because sometimes you think, I can do it by myself, I don't need my parents. No, you do need your parents. Every child is a loaded package of God-given potentials. You are not inferior. Don't look down on yourself. Don't let your self-esteem dip. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. You've got lots and lots of talent. You've got gifts. You've got abilities. You just need to believe in yourself that you can do it. You can, be who God has asked you to be. God has made you to be. Don't put yourself down, whatever happens. And in fact, if you do all of this, the sky is just the beginning of your greatness. The next bit, moving on quickly, is kiss more, curse less. So kiss more is just trying to tell you how to be more loving, more caring, more patient with your child and with yourself as well, because sometimes you can lose your patience. But please be patient with yourself. How do we kiss more and curse less? We laugh more with our child, and be careful when you want to lash out. We should be compassionate and commending more than we condemn or critical. When they do A and they've done that A very well, please praise them, thank them, tell them well done, and mean it from your heart, because if it's fake, they do know when it's fake. So discipline more than disciple more than you discipline. So live by your legacies. What you say is what you do. Show more affection and attention. Be more responsive. Be more tender and kind. Influenced by your life. Guide more. Kiss them more. Hug them more. At some point they'll be too big for their boots. They won't want you to, hug them or kiss them or just show them some affection. But when they are still little, when they still need it, please give it to them. Another thing I want us to talk about is the family altar will alter many family. What is it? This is a very special edition, so it doesn't have all of the things that I reviewed from my last in the last Women Mirror magazine. So it's saying, long story cut short, the family who prays together stays together. If you pray together, you always stay together. Also, the last bit is the practice of an effective parent. The practice of an effective parent. To be honest, you just have to glean and learn from people. No man is an island of knowledge. You just don't know it all. What are the things you need to do? You need to give your children a solid moral and faith foundation so that wherever they go, they will take it with you. You also need to teach them now. Teach them now, so that when it's time for them to make a living for themselves, they will remember those words. Love them. Please love them. Be flexible and willing to adjust your parenting methods where you discover that they are not effective enough. Some of us are very authoritative. We just want things done in certain ways and we are not ready to bend. Please get ready to alter your parenting styles. If it doesn't work this way, try and think, pray about it. Which way is it going to work? Lavish words of encouragement. Well done. Well done. Rebuke them when necessary, but be generous with your commendations. Rebuke them. Tell them when they've gone wrong. If they deserve, to be timed out, if they deserve time to think and reflect on what they've done, please don't hold it back from them. When they make mistake, correct them in love and help them to learn from those mistakes. Even as adults, we all learn from our mistakes. So please, children, like I said, they have their own feelings, they have their own body. Let's not treat them anyhow. Let's not push them aside. Let's not think, oh, just sit there and keep your mouth shut. No. It comes to a time they become our friends. Let's talk to them like friends. It comes to a time where you have to keep your feet down as a mother, as a father, as a parent, as a guardian. You just have to do it. But you can't do this without God. That's me done. I hope you really enjoyed the review today. Is a very long one because it's a very special edition. So it's like you see that it's a special one. It's not the normal. Whatever you do, keep pushing. Keep going, don't stop. Till I see you next time.